Hello, welcome to the Horror of It All movie podcast. I'm Eric. Today I'm going to be going through subscriber week stuff that pickups that I got from Vinegar Syndrome, as well as partner labels and sub labels and merch and all that good stuff. So I'm going to dive right in. Got this right here. All right, paper, and we got looks like three bags today, as well as this shirt. The Other than my subscriber package, the first day, this is all I got because I thought this shirt was really fucking cool. Um, yeah, pretty cool. I got a kick out of it. All right, pretty hefty bags here. Got all the big releases in this one, or one of the bags that have big releases in it. As I'm recording this and as I'm getting this going here, everybody been following what Severin's going to be putting out? Some exciting new stuff for sure. Um, all right, so here we are. We got Mac and Me. Definitely mix uh thoughts, I guess, thoughts, opinions, whatever on Mac and Me. I love the movie. I think it's a lot of fun. Um, but it's the new VSU. So we got your book and the 4K. I love this artwork. I think it's pretty cool. Excuse me. The Mac and Me's got that artwork. The reverse artwork is different than everything else, so I'm gonna flip that. Got the original artwork. I believe that's what this is. Um, Obviously, joke going around in my head anyway, and talking about it with a buddy of mine. If anybody knows, had watched Conan for all the years he was on. There was always a big thing with Paul Rudd, where he'd always do this thing where he'd be like, "All right, here's a clip of my new movie," and it was always the clip from Mac and Me when his wheelchair's going down the hill and it goes over like a cliff into water or something. And no, that's not a spoiler. He's fine. Um, this one I was actually very pleasantly surprised and excited for. I'm a big Walter Matthau fan. I know a lot of people are talking about Elaine May, of course. She was great. But a new Leaf. I had this previously on Blu-ray. This is a 4K. But the Blu-ray was an Olive release, so it was just the movie. Olive did fine when they were here, but I'm always I'm like, I understand money and everything, but it's almost, I don't know. I won't get into it, but I was never a huge Olive fan. Even though I did have releases, but some of their stuff, that's where place you could get it. Um, all right, so we got a poster of this artwork. But yeah, I'm a massive fan of Walter Matthau. Um, and not just your typical. I mean, I love Grumpy Old Men and Grumpier Old Men. Um, my wife and I watch them all the time, but equally love Odd Couple 1 and 2, and a ton of his other movies that he's just in or Jack Lemmon's just in, and I've been a huge fan as far as I can remember. But we got the book, the cinematograph here, got the 4K, the Blu-ray, that poster back in the book. Um, so yes, I'm very excited for this. One of the first ones I'll watch. Um, Another cinematograph, which is We're No Angels on Blu-ray. Somehow, never even heard of it. which is odd because it's Robert De Niro and Sean Penn. Yeah, so I am very unfamiliar other than the trailer, so definitely excited for that one as well. Got the same packaging here, cinematograph, got a book, and as I said, it's a Blu-ray. See that better. So yeah, We're No Angels. And then a couple little merch things here. I got the Vinegar Syndrome keychain. I have a bunch of these. I get them usually at conventions, and they have various things on it. Like one of my favorite recent ones was, it's the same shape and everything, and it's very similar. Um, but it's a key. It's like a key tag, keychain for Empire Records, almost like if you work there and you have your key on it. So it's pretty cool. I also have Bates Motel and stuff like that. The Shining, Room 237. I got the Melusine one. Whoop, I can get it right there for you. And on the back has the girl there. So there's that. Bag number two. We have, I don't know how much I can show of this one, but not a lot. I will just say it's the new it's the new Quality X. Big fan of theirs. I have all of the Quality X line, which I really enjoy. But yeah, this one's called Takeoff, and it looks really interesting. I believe this is the one where the main guy goes. It's like he's somehow throughout time, or he doesn't age, or something like that. But yeah, I'll leave that one to open later. It definitely did differently with their stuff here, I notice. Like, because they wrap the like that, but the barcode is just a sticker. Interesting. This one is the Rage Carry 2. I wasn't sure how I felt about that. Watch the trailer. It actually, I'm okay with it. Um, I don't even remember if I've seen this, to be honest with you, but um, original artwork there. Um, but yeah, the Rage Carry 2 on 4K. Um, I'm okay with it. It wasn't one that I was like, oh my God, but yeah, part of my subscription. Um, yeah, they're all like this now. That's how they get wrapped. Another one out of my for my subscription, I believe, right? Yeah, Vinegar Syndrome. Uh, Yongary, Monster from the Deep, I believe is how you say that. Um, this is another one of their old like 50s, 60s type monster movies because they put one out before or a couple, I think. Um, I can't remember to be honest with you. I'd have to look, but yeah, just the slip just has ruins. This is on 4K. Another one, I'm not familiar with it, and I don't know. I don't know how much I actually will care about it, but we'll see. I do like monster movies, and I don't mind the old ones, so yeah, there's that. These next ones, I added later, because I was just going throughout the week, and like making a cart and stuff. Like I wasn't able to buy something every day. But this was one that I didn't get right off. Thankfully, I was able to still get a slip. I don't remember if it's sold out, and if it hasn't, it probably will, because it was getting down there. But a Shutter release, Shark exploitation. I saw that this was on Shutter. It's a Shutter original, but I had to. I love shark movies and shark exploitation movies, and like some of my favorites are the Italian ones. But yeah, um, I am super excited for this one. So we'll definitely be one to watch. And as I'm recording this, I believe it's Shark Week now. So, but yeah, it's pretty cool. They call her Death, which I thought was going to be a VSP, but it actually turned out to be a Yellow Veil partnership with Vinegar Syndrome. So either way, it's definitely a throwback to exploitation, like spaghetti westerns and stuff. So it definitely piqued my interest. Well, still a piece of there we go. The alternate artwork is that very exploitation type um artwork. I'll be reversing that. But yeah, I don't know much about it. I saw the trailer and I've been kind of following it as they've been talking about it, but I didn't even think about it being, oh, there's a book. I didn't even think about it being anything else other than a VSP, but whatever. Whatever. Either way, it's out. The last bag here. All right. Got the Degauser. Oh yeah, and I got my I love these stickers. Oops, we fucked up. I saw this with the Golden Child that just came with it as it was brand new, but just Destroy All Neighbors. I had a fucking blast with this movie. My disc played fine, but I got a backup, I guess, just in case. It was I think it might have been one of those things. Maybe it was only certain players. I don't know, but had a blast with it. It was a lot of fun. Um, the one of the guys that are in the movie is Alex Winter from Bill and Ted fame and Freak and stuff. Um, with the makeup that they put on him for the main neighbor or one of the main neighbors, you would not know unless you know. Let's just put it that way. But this looks very interesting, very Jallo like, and I believe it is a Jallo, but it's more a shot on video Jallo. Um, I think it's shot on video. I always question it anyway. But Five Dead on the Crimson Canvas. What a very early 70s title. Except it actually came out in 96. So, yeah. Again, if that's not very Giallo like. Um, it's was it directed by him? He has something to do with it. No, it's not directed by him. Oh, the actor producer Zazzo, um, because I believe he had a set with TerrorVision. Um, I haven't watched it yet, but I did get it. But yeah, I'm intrigued about this. All right, and can't show much there. Got the double feature for Tropic of Desire and Fantasy World. Another re-release for Picorama. I didn't have on DVD because a lot of these, unless I love the movie, like I know I'm gonna watch it again and again or whatever. Excuse me. Um, I don't usually rebuy these because there's really nothing on them or anything. But this one was on my list of from when it was a DVD, and I never picked it up. So um, I guess I could do that. Tropic of Desire, Fantasy World. All right, another one of the main Vinegar Syndrome line. Dario Argento's the card player. I remember thinking this was fine. Like some, I'm not the biggest fan of later Dario Argento, but we're getting there with like getting them all out there. Like be it Blu-ray, be it 4K. So that's a good thing. I already had this on Blu-ray, so honestly, I might not have bought it if it wasn't like in my subscription, but who knows? I could revisit it and I could really like it again, like not again, but I could like it more than I remember liking it. Not as to say, a lot of people are saying the other Dario Argento that's going to be coming out later this year, I believe for Black Friday, probably going to be Sleepless. But that's just an assumption. I'm not one to put out things there that I don't know about. But that's what people are thinking. Uh, which again, fine. I remember liking Sleepless more than this. Artwork is pretty good though. Speaking of later Giallo, this was 2003. Um, do you like Hitchcock? Is one that I don't hear talked about a lot, and I thought that movie was fucking great. And I think there's just, at least in America anyway. Um, I think I have an Anchor Bay DVD maybe, but I would love that to come out on Blu-ray, 4K, whatever. This one was questionable, wasn't sure, and then I watched the trailer and it kind of reminded me, of what was it? The Time Machine, like the old one, in a way, like the setting and stuff. Or I could be thinking of something else. Anyway, speaking of those old 50s, 60s sci-fi movies. Fire Maidens of Outer Space looked interesting. This is VSL. This must be more original, like artwork. Not bad. And then uh, this one looks pretty good and fucked. Some more Saturn's Tour. I got Twisted Issues, a splatter punk. What is it? A psychopunk splatter comedy by Charles Pinion, 80-minute movie is what it says. The back is pretty interesting artwork. Um, it's from the director of Red Spirit Lake for anybody that's a fan of that. Definitely some shot on video stuff. Like Saturn's Core seems to be one of the best in, um, if not the best, depending on your opinion. But it does come with a ton of stuff, like always. I don't know how well you can even see that, but um, interviews, commentary, um, yeah. So Twisted Issues. The Red Spirit Lake thing, either I didn't know or I forgot, so that's really cool. So more Saturn's Core. And lastly here, um, the VSA box set, as they called it in one of their newsletters. This is Nick Millard Action Collection. Um, if you didn't know that, he was a director that did Criminally Insane 1 and 2, which they put out on. Um, they put them both on. No, Criminally Insane is on Vinegar Syndrome. Criminally Insane 2 is the Gowser. But this is an action collection, so pretty cool, and it's very nicely priced for having 5 movies in it. Those are the movies there. But yeah, and it's one of those kind of like the I think what was it, Black Cat? I think that's what it was. That had this like longer box and a long book. So yeah, we got the poster, and it looks like there's 3 movies on disc one and 2 on the other, right? Yep. And extras on the other one. So yeah, I'm intrigued. I enjoyed Criminally Insane quite a bit. I haven't watched the second one, but I did get it. So yeah, more Nick Millard stuff. Very, to me, unknown. I've never heard of him. But they have they have acquired his stuff. So, and that's it for that. Um, Thank you for watching. If you're watching to the end, I have a bunch of other Vinegar Syndrome videos on here. I also have rankings. I also have a bunch of podcasts. This is how it started as an audio podcast. Um, One of the ones I always try to uh, recommend or shout out is the one I did with my wife. At this point, it's been a couple of years, I think, but there's Friday the 13th ranking podcast. A lot of fun. Hopefully, we'll figure it out and do something else. I don't know in the near future. Hopefully, I'll have time to do, and it's harder in the summer because my kids are home. But yeah. Uh, and we're doing more things and all that stuff. So it's harder for me to do videos, but I wanted to get this one out. I might have some different stuff coming soon-ish, but nothing set in stone. So check out my other videos though. Like and subscribe. That would be awesome. Comment below. Let me know what you got, what you're looking forward to getting. And yeah, next big thing, end of the week, this week, as I said, Severn's been announcing their releases for their summer sale, so that's pretty exciting. That will definitely be a pickup video. But yeah, um, this has been the Horror of It All movie podcast. I'm Eric. Until next time.